Hey gang, hope you're doing well. So September 18th, which was a couple weeks ago now, was my birthday. I turned 25 and it's crazy because I feel like 24 was just the biggest life-changing year for me ever. And I wanted to make a video where I just shared a couple things that I learned, maybe things that I would have told my younger self kind of thing. But yeah, so I've just written out 24 things that I feel have impacted me in the last year, that I've learned, that I've grown from, and I am going to share them with you guys. The first one is letting go can be scary, but it brings the best rewards. I am one of those people that doesn't embrace change very well, and last year I kind of just decided to kick that in the butt and start embracing it. And oh my gosh, the amazing things that came out of my life because of that was just incredible. And I am all about change now. I love change. I'm trying to be more about change. Say what you mean and be okay with the outcome. I think that I worry a lot about what other people think or how I say something and how it might be interpreted, but I'm trying to just speak my truth, and whatever comes out of that is going to be what it is. You can do anything. You, me, us. Honestly, you can do anything. Less is more, including moisturizer. I stopped using moisturizer about a year ago. My acne went away. So every once in a while, if I feel super dry, I'll use some, or I've been into like facial oils, but not so much moisturizer, and it's been very good for my skin. Rest makes you the best. I'm learning to balance rest with hard work and to find the balance in it all. The root of your issues can be found. I'm not sure exactly why I wrote this, but I'm thinking my interpretation of myself is that I was talking about finding the true meaning of how I feel and how I'm perceiving a certain situation, and really going from that versus just like what I'm putting on myself, whether it's like my ego towards something or like my in the split second reaction to something. Instead, finding that root of why there's discomfort in my life or why I'm upset about something, and then working from that. I think that's what I was talking about. Travel is a luxury. I've met a lot of people that haven't had the blessing of being able to travel, including my husband. He's never really traveled that much outside of the UK before, and seeing traveling through his eyes has just been the coolest thing this year. Getting to experience his excitement over seeing Disney World for the first time or going to a new country has just been so amazing for me, and it reminds me that it is such a luxury to be able to travel, and I am beyond blessed to be able to make that a priority in my life. Be easier on yourself or you'll miss what's right in front of you. I think for me, I always was looking ahead or looking behind, and I was never just in the moment. And when I just became easier on myself and was like, hey, you're doing a great job, like just keep trudging and trying to pick those choices that are best for you, then I found the gratitude in life, the beauty in life, all these amazing things that happened because of it. Figure out your priorities and stick to them. I think especially me wanting to please a lot of people, I will very quickly say yes to a project or yes to certain things, even if they're not exactly right for me. So instead, I've been focusing on having my list of like my 3 or 4 priorities that are super important to me. That includes like my self-care, so rest, taking a bath every day, stuff like that, but it's also like work stuff or just life stuff, and then sticking to that. So if I know that going out for a night might be fun, but it's going to make me feel crabby the next day, I usually choose not to do that. And I much would rather stay inside and watch movies anyway. So I just kind of go with that. Laugh more. I have found so much more joy this year, and I've really just taken that time to make memories with my friends and laugh. Oh my gosh. When they do something silly, when I do something stupid, instead of taking life so seriously, I've found the joy that is just laughing at yourself, at others, not in a like bad way or anything, but just like being more relaxed and less uptight about things and just laughing. Manifestation is no joke. Both Matt and I have really like been thinking about this. Like, we put things out in the universe. We talk about our dreams all the time and what we want to achieve and what we're working towards. And more often than not, we see results from that very, very quickly. I think that the universe, it's but like that book that Gabby Bernstein wrote, The Universe Has Your Back, and it really does. And I think that if we just accept life as it comes and be okay with the outcome and embrace change and like focus on trying to manifest what's truly right for us versus maybe what our ego wants or what someone else wants for us, it really does come, and it's created, and that energy that you put towards the things that you love or towards your right priorities really does return itself in spades. A support system is everything. My support system of my friends and my family is literally my lifeline, and I've realized this past year how important it is to just be open with people and tell them how you're feeling and be truthful and see how they'll love you and support you in return. Being active every day really does help. I think being active is something that helps my mind so much. In the past, I have chosen to be pretty lazy and I just like don't get up, or I wouldn't be feeling great and I'd be like, yeah, like I'm not gonna go do that yoga class today, or I'm not gonna go for a walk or whatever. But just getting out and doing something, even if it's super tiny, makes my brain feel clearer and makes my mental health just so much better. And so I think it's super important to focus on that. And vitamins actually do work. Over the past year, I've kind of just gotten off the bandwagon of the vitamins. I don't know why, like I just was like, oh, it's nighttime, I'm going to bed, like nothing about it. But I got really sick for like a month, like a couple months ago, and I started taking vitamins again, and holy moly, I can totally see the difference in my skin and the way I feel. And the biggest one is my energy. I have been so tired lately, I just like could not get going. I would take like midday naps every day, and I was like, something's wrong here. Started taking vitamins, and the vitamins that I figured out were right for me like a year ago. And of course, they did the trick, and I am feeling so much better. Like, I can't even explain it. So I think vitamins really do work. People just want to feel loved and heard. It speaks for itself. Care less about what others think of you. This is really difficult for me. But I've also learned that when I'm aligned with what's best for me, I tend to care less about what other people think of me. Make more time for people and less time for your phone. I am definitely one of those people that is like scrolling on Instagram all the time, and I'm still super guilty of this, but I'm realizing that making that time to look someone in the eyes or give a hug and have that really good one-on-one connection is more life fulfilling for me than hours spent on my phone. Sleep is a must. I've always been very into my sleeping schedule. I like a good 9 hours. If I get 8, that's okay. If I get anything less, I'm pretty crabby for the rest of the next day. So I'm learning that like that's a priority for me. I need to go to bed, and if that means, you know, friends are over, I'm like, hey Matt, you guys have an awesome time, but I'm gonna go sleep. No one needs to leave, but this is the way it works for me. And I realize that that makes a huge difference in my life. Now when we have kids someday, I'm already trying to like put aside some money for a night nurse or something, because I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. But right now I know that sleep is a huge priority for my mental well-being. When you feel bad, give back. I learned that when I was dealing with a lot of depression, that if I would go and just give back to others, my mom has a school, and I would go and volunteer at the school, teach some classes, just hang out with the kids, or like go to an animal shelter and volunteer for the day. Anything like that kind of reignites you, and it realizes that your world is so much bigger than just you, and it gets you out of your head, and you realize what's truly important in life. And so it wasn't a cure-all be-all, but it absolutely changed my outlook on life, and I think it's why I got out of my rut and how I find happiness today. Don't cut your hair above your shoulders again. I mean, this speaks for itself. I thought I was gonna love it. I've cut my hair like here before, thought I was gonna love it, but this, I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. I think it needs to be a little bit longer. It's cute, but it's not something I should do again anytime soon. Winter. Invest in a great curling iron. On the same topic, I got the GHD curling wand recently, and I love it. And I feel like it has totally helped my ugliness over my short hair. So yeah, great curling iron, great return investment. Create a positive energy force and don't give it away easily. I remember I was talking to my homeopath one time. Yes, I'm a woo-woo girl. And he was saying that when I walk into a room, I have this energy around me. And what I do is I like explode it out. And so I feel everyone else's energy, but they also feel my energy, and it's just a really unhealthy thing. And so I'm learning to make a really strong force around my personal energy, and to not let people in, most importantly, but also to not give it out so easily. So I focus on making sure that I feel whole and well before I allow anyone else to permeate that energy, or before I give out that energy to others, because it's super important that I'm giving out positive energy just as much as it is that I'm receiving positive energy. Budgets are necessary, but really hard to stick to. Yeah. Being an adult is hard in general, but you will love it, I promise. I was always one of those kids that like couldn't wait to be an adult, and honestly, now that I am an adult, like, it's so much fun. I am just loving life right now, and I think that I'm having so many amazing changes happening, both in my personal life and my professional life, just in the way I live my life. And I think it's super exciting. It's really cool to be experiencing this, and I'm just loving adulting. But it's also very hard, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of crying days, plenty of tough times, but I'm trying to embrace it all and just see where life takes me, and it's an amazing adventure so far. I hope that you guys enjoyed these 24 things I have learned in the past 24 years, and I'm ready for 25. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kick booty, kick 25's booty. It's gonna be amazing, and I hope that you guys will join me along for the ride. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. You can also head over to my blog, alwayshunter.com. You can see my Instagram, alwayshunterb. I'm trying to post more frequently on everything, and I hope that you guys would go and check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you real soon with a new video. Bye!